Hey there, Gemini. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe down below. It is free as always, baby. And any of you, if you'd like to be notified when I post new videos, make sure you ring that bell out beside the subscribe button. La 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 la. Out beside that subscribe button, and they will let you know. Also, be sure if you like the content we provide here, give us that big thumbs up. Like the video down below right now. Share with your friends, your family, your peeps, whoever. Yes, share it with yourself. You know how many videos I share with myself back when I was just watching YouTube, but that's how I could get them over there and remember that I needed to take a look, whatever it is. But for you now, Gemini, we're going to see what's going on around you, okay? Because I don't know, but you got stuff on your mind. It's quite beautiful. I know you can wonder. You're like, okay, Joy, 10 of Swords. How is that beautiful? It's because you're seeing things differently now. A whole new world, a whole new idea of what synergy, what prosperity, what power, what pleasure is, what this life is all about. Because this Magician is about the cup. It's about the understanding of love and what is in your vessel and what you allow to come in contact with your vessel, fill your vessel, what your mindset is about. And you're talking about pick this card. So I'm going to pick it and we'll take a look at it in a minute so that it will quiet down. But there are several videos here that talk about the butterfly spirit coming in to resurrect as a savior. And that is what is coming along. This storm, this tirade, this tyranny that had gone on for quite some time, as if things had to be forced open. It just felt like there was a forcing of the hand, maybe even a power struggle, a power play, that type of energy in a dynamic relationship, a job or career. I don't even know. But it was a forcing of the hand. It could have been COVID, that maybe you had to shut your business because of it, or a loss of a job or a change or whatever else. But this is the butterfly spirit coming in to save your soul. This is your soul right here. And for you, this soul you're talking about is resonating in the mind, body as well. But credit cards, I just clean this stuff up, and when they land, they land. Now leave it alone, and we'll go get some more. We'll do some digging. But for now, it's a bit of this intense pressure going forward, where to go, how to move forward in life, how to do this. But first of all, you need to see yourself clearly. You need to step into the light. Okay, this is legit, straight up, flick the light switch, click the light bulb, light. Not just the light of your cell phone, the light of your computer screen, the checking out social media and all that. No, the light of yourself. Getting to see yourself directly is what you're talking about here. And in there, the ancient mindsets and what it is you're believing in, what it is you're believing for, you're specifically talking about. So you're cutting off this for the moment. You're wanting to take a look at 27, resilience, burn away the past. Look at that. For some of you, things didn't work out your way, and we'll just step to it here. So there's this interesting energy that life taught me about, that the eye of God or chart, because we're the whole zodiac, right? Anytime you receive your chart, it's a whole pie. It is a whole piece. That is your wheel of fortune, baby. So it's about getting to know yourself in those juxtapositions, in those connections, and it's called streams. So just like there's strings on an instrument, there are streams, like rivers, right? Streams of energy going on in your chart. And when we don't take advantage of who we are, when we don't leverage the advantage of who we are, all for ourselves the advantage to walk out in the benefits as opposed to the malefics, when we go digging for trouble, we're going to find it. When you pick a scab, it's going to bleed, okay? It's that type of thing. When we leave well enough alone and we give it the little bit of time, the destiny and the understanding of our divine self will come forward, and we'll be like, oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I think I'll go this direction, or no, I'm not going to go on that trip, or I think that person's up to something. I shouldn't engage with that person and interact with their energy, that type of thing. And this, okay, is showing up as the catapult. To the point is a catapult has to be cocked back and put under an intense amount of pressure. All right. Yes, it's supposed to be, but it's coming this way, y'all. An intense amount of pressure. And then when it's launched, when it's released, when the trigger, the tether is released, it's going to launch. And it's launching the contents. And here you did not go forward in this, so you got beat down by your own energy. You undermined your own future, your own. There's still hope. There's still the creative power, the creative force underneath the surface. Do you know that? You need to get the match out of your hand and quit setting it on fire. No more burning bridges. Mm-mm. No more harnessing the power of sun to set things on fire to create destruction. Now you're like, why are you saying all that? Just listen with your soul. Just listen with your soul. Your soul, your spirit will provide the resonance that you need to know that things don't have to be harsh or massive or forceful or demonstrative or under such intense pressure in order to express your feelings. Okay, that's how you express your feelings, Gemini. Very demonstrative. You show them. So let's see what you want to show here. Let's see what you want to show. You're definitely talking about the Pitmen. You're the first this week to come up with these guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading last week about the 7 days. Definitely 2 more. Where are they? Where are you? Keep talking? Okay, hang on. There they are. All right. So you're up and you're down. This is talking about facing yourself. So let me see what we've got going on here. So you're making me have to do them like this. There's a bit of obscurity. What's down below? 3 of diamonds, the clouds, a cloud factory, the ideas, the uncovering of the goods. What goods you got to uncover, baby? You got to uncover your own energy. And uncover and discover can be very much alike, right? But this uncovering has to do with you having a sense of knowledge, a bit about what does make you great, but being remiss or slack or shy to want to show it. But because you're like, well, that would be bragging. Like the whole world's going to see me like this, like zoom, I got this big pyramid pharaonic stuff coming out my head and everybody's going to see me and think, who's that weirdo? And you're like, just slow your roll. No, it's going to look more like this, like a butterfly. Like the power of the moon, like the rising of the sun, like the blossoming of the branch. It's going to look very earthy, very normal, okay? Trust me, Gemini. That air energy, even though we're moving into the era of air from the era of earth, it's still going to look very normal. That people won't figure you all out, but you will stand out a little bit. Look at that red hat. You know, you got your power, you're crowned with power, you're crowned with your intelligence and your knowing. And in this knowing is to know thyself, to know your own power. To use it to your advantage, and to use yourself for your own advantage does not take advantage of other people. But when we have these wonderful positions sitting around our chart, these assets, this beautiful butterfly and gossamer full string spirit, this ability to see like that, other people's energies will see it and go, well, they didn't use it, they don't want it, so I'm going to use them, I'm going to utilize that. Well, you can't separate yourself from yourself. This energy, your chart is you. It is your I amness. Check out Scorpio if you want to know more about that. And it has to do with that ability to reinvent yourself, to come up again, to rise from the ashes. And it's almost like in plants or anything that reproduces pretty quickly, each generation is always adapting to the previous environment, the previous conditions, the previous weather patterns, the previous whatever else. It's always staying in that human intelligence and that planetary intelligence going on. And you're like, yes, so you got something in your purse. You got some ideas about love. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about emanating forward, showing yourself around the city, around town, whatever else, and feeling good and feeling fine. But you can't just show yourself and not connect, okay? You can do it to stir up a little juice, a little bit of energy, that type of thing, but eventually it'll be a point where you're going to engage. And there's talking about the soul card coming, so let me see. Some of you conjugating, okay? This card came out in this well-shuffled deck. I just pulled it out of the section. The cards are like working their way out at me while we're speaking. And this came out in Taurus. And it's talking about you want to conjugate, you want to connect in more ways than one. You're like, no, that's why I'm going to hold that fire, that passion back, because it's going to come out and it's going to go every which way. There is so much inside of me that's how I express myself as sexually. Hey, that's okay. Just connect with people who are of the same destiny, the same divinity. It's that same decision point, that same knowing of oneself, the same ability to shine and step forward and to be the magic, to be the wheat, to be the bread, to be the table. Like so many people get you and understand you, but it's someone that they can totally relate completely. All right. And that's opening this up. Okay, so you're wanting to separate out and take a peek. This is like getting a zoom lens on what is going on with you in the red hat. Taking a closer look. Very interesting. Taking a closer look. So they're telling me I see something you don't see yet. Take a closer look about those blocks, about being blocked in your central channel in your throat, about speaking your truth. So it's about walking in your truth, because this speaking isn't just like what we say out of our mouth. It has to do with our body language, with our composure, with our posture, with the way we present ourselves to the world. And that isn't that false presentation. They're talking to you about not editing or dumbing it down or reducing it down or making it hard for others to relate. Only relating through social medias, those are limiting factors that you've been putting yourself in bondage under, and it's been eating up your time and limiting your time as well. There's some self-investment that needs to go on, some building of the self, some rolling up the sleeves, that type of energy, even more so like taking off the sleeves, getting your sleeveless shirt, your bare chest, I don't know, man or woman, whatever's going on here. You got some cleaning up to do, some work to do around here. And it's not in the details, it's in the general energy of making time for yourself, to delight yourself, to taste and see what it is you want to do in your own authority. So this is what I've been looking at, okay? Give yourself time. Afford yourself the luxury of time, Gemini. Time on your own, time to yourself, time to rebuild, to recharge, to reboot. And that doesn't mean getting on the social media, because that's still you being connected. You are Gemini. That is still in a pertinent, very strong connection for you. And yes, it is relevant. But afford yourself the time to step away and to be yourself. That's when you're going to enrich. That's when you're going to renew the understanding of who you are, that is innately and inherently yourself, okay? So you're wanting me to pick this moon card that's on top of there too. Oh, boop. Double for your trouble, baby. Let's see why. I'll still keep holding this. I don't know what's going on here. We got 7 and 24. Okay, waxing crescent 5, nourishment. Feed yourself, Gemini. Eat some good food. Eat some refreshing food. You need some antioxidants because you've been under stress. That means fruits and vegetables. Fruits are sweet, delicious, and they're easy to eat. That doesn't mean watermelon Jolly Rancher. That means the real watermelon, all juicy bits, delicious up in your mouth. And if you can, cut up and prepare your fruit. Don't just buy it all cut and prepared for you. And definitely not from a can. You need some nourishment, some protein going on as well, whatever your form of protein is. But here it's definitely reiterating that that's so funny is talking about, because bread can be protein too as well. You've got bread, you've got salt, you've got milk, you've got cheese, you've got the eggs, you've got like the components of life, the basics of life. Start your day off with a good breakfast, friend. It's funny that straight up being so legit here about this king, this boss energy, about your Rolex life. You want to step up into a Bentley Rolex life, a Gucci, whatever type of life, you know, it starts there. Basic health and nutrition and nourishment of yourself, and getting plenty of rest and sleep. All right. And also refreshment, relaxing downtime as well. So with that, I can put this one down. Thank you. Oh my, oh my. You're talking about bringing the pump up from the center of the earth and cleaning out the residue of the stressors. ORS, these things that have been stressing you, that have worn you out. Some of it's a little bit of residue from an old relationship, that last little bit of passion. Don't text back, don't answer back just one more time. Let it die, sweep it out, clean it out, leave it alone. Delete the message, delete the thread, delete the whatever, delete the person, get on out and clear it out. And that do. Give yourself permission to move forward and move on. Move forward and move on. Into what? 24, waning crescent protection. Into someone who values and cares and is concerned about yourself. You're telling me it's like your self-care begun to diminish because of that, the volatility of that old relationship, because of the stagnant, static type energy that was surrounding it, the being undone, the fooling yourself, that reiteration, that whole wearing out until this came. Until this came and you started here. All right? Until this idea that things could be better, that you could give yourself a whole fresh new start, and to allow your soul to blossom, for you to be important, beautiful, divine as well. Okay, beauty has to do with your integrity, being the same on the inside as you are on the outside, man or woman. Okay, so when you hear me talking about beauty, that is what we are talking about. But it's funny that the reiteration of this protection is showing up in regards to relationship into the details. Like, don't let somebody continue to diminish you. You don't have to argue or belabor the point. You can just remove yourself from that situation. And anytime it starts to go negative, you can hang up that phone call, or it starts to get off this way or that. You got to protect your energy, because you are divine, baby. You are full of magic. Right? Refresh, nurture, restore. Restore your spirit. And how do we do that? Ooh, with the eyes, getting in the dark, taking some quiet time, maybe gazing at the stars, maybe pondering and thinking about things like metaphysics, or what makes your heart go boom, boom, whatever it is, some daydreaming, some night dreaming, some allowing the flow of the heart to begin to rise up and to speak to you into your mind, for the two to connect and to bring it full circle through this next 30 days. So for some of you, check out that Scorpio season read. That's what you're pointing to. And it says, which way is up? So we're talking about turn it down. Turn it down. Turn down the volume. You've had, so when you get stressed or whatever, you're talking about your processing and your senses getting so heightened that you have to go and meet them there. You have to go and meet them there. Have you ever been in a room that all of a sudden you find yourself just shouting at the person across from you because the whole room got loud all of a sudden, and everybody had to raise their voice in order to be heard? Now, they weren't competing. This is like, if you're out dining somewhere, and you think, what was that all about? And then all of a sudden it starts quieting back down again. You raised yourself up to that level of energy, that level of pressure, that level of stress, that now it's time to start turning it down, tuning it down, easing it off. Getting to bed 15 minutes early. You don't have to go to sleep earlier. Just take that unwinding time, that tuning down. Sit in the shower a few minutes longer and just do your meditation there. Put some music on in there for yourself, and just begin to tune it down, to tune out that old din, that old noise, and to begin to get ready for what is coming your way. Okay, so Gemini, I wish you well. Leave me comments down below. Let me know what's going on for you. I love you as always, and I believe in the power of your magic, the awesomeness of who you are. All right? Resurrect, butterfly spirit. We'll talk soon. Bye.